I don't have any regret.
Now, this point as well really shocked me. Like,
Because we're actually compatible.
hey!
So that was why.
I guess you know there's a difference between saying someone is a gospel musician and someone was a gospel musician. That's the story of Timileyin Ajayi, who is said to have dismembered, or would I say barbecued, Salome Adaidu. This right here is a full analysis of what I think is going on with the situation, and if you are here for this conversation, relax. Let me take my time to look at what we have going on. My name is George. If you're meeting me for the first time on this platform, I would say a happy new year to you. Now, scrolling on social media and collaborating a lot of different informations I could see on the BBC, Arise News, AIT, Channels TV, some things are really not adding up. Now, the person you could see on your screen right now, apparently is a content creator, photographer, videographer, even more like a karaoke host, like you'll be seeing, of course, in this conversation. He happens to be attached to a particular resort center. I don't want to mention the place because probably they don't know what he's doing. And going through his social media handle, his name is Caesar T. You can find him on TikTok. Come on, he's just blown and he doesn't know that he's getting thousands and thousands of views because this is what has announced him. May whatever announce you to the world not be something as horrific as this. I guess he never saw this coming. Now, he said in the interview, just for me to start off with this, that he doesn't regret whatever happened, but the grammar he was speaking was not adding up.
Life is reciprocal. That's what I thought. Life is reciprocal. And if you must be with someone, you have to be reciprocal with that person.
What do you mean by that?
Is he trying to pretend like he's got something going on upstairs, like the one not Isimbaka is going on somewhere? Or is he that is actually really tired and exhausted of the mob action on him? Because when I was watching the videos, which we are going to watch together and I'll be discussing, it's either of these two things that are happening. But let's look at some facts of the case. Now, just to correct one thing, he is not a gospel singer. He was, I would say, apparently. But according to what I could find as well, he long had disassociated himself from Christianity per se. And even when he was asked, what does he do for a living? This is what he had to say.
I'm a cryptocurrency agency.
Yeah, I am not known to talk about the dead. I'll leave that to my brother, True Crime Daniel. But if I get to have a bit of humor here, please, I'm taking this serious, just that I like to talk about living situations.
God help me.
Now, this is something I found interesting about this case. He was caught on a Sunday, and this situation actually happened on a Sunday. Let me give you a background of the story. Now, according to Sahara reporters, with respect to what the sister had shared to them, looking at the elder sister of the situation, the lady herself, Salome, was left the house that she was going to go and meet a friend. So and this friend she was going to go and meet, his name is Maxwell. Between Saturday and Sunday, around 3 p.m. when he was caught with the head. So for him to have had time to butcher the child's or the girl's body must have been something he did with time overnight. But let's go on. Now, we don't know the full details of him, but at least Maxwell is someone that is known by the family. Now, Salome herself was not going to go and meet this young man, even though the young man himself has claimed that she is his girlfriend. Now, I'm saying this assuming that most of you have watched a ton of video on this and probably have a bit of a background. But for those who have not or are just new to this particular conversation, I'm going to play the videos for you and analyze like I normally do on the other platform. You know what's up. But just to give a background as well here for those who are already fully aware, there are some things I'm beginning to observe in this conversation. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. The girl you see on your screen now claims she might have been the victim because Timileyin had invited her to come over because he was going to be having more like a karaoke event. Now, on my research about that, indeed, he does hold a bit of a karaoke event at probably the event center where he actually does his side hustle as a photographer, videographer, or something I would say of a sort. But this is what I found interesting. Now, this girl said that they belong to a Telegram group where he posted about that. So apparently, I would say this person, Timileyin, is not someone that is just, really someone hidden. Now, he has friends that know him, and for him to be in a group like that to post that he was going to be having quote unquote a karaoke event, that means of course there are people that know him. Now, the girl herself said that she reached out to him because she can sing I was now wondering to myself, okay, madam. It's not as if the karaoke event is like something you're going to win money in, but from looking at how the karaoke event normally goes on, like you can see on your screen, it's just a place whereby young men and young girls as well hang out and they just watch YouTube videos and sing along as a karaoke event. So according to her, like you could see right now as well, she really did want to go, and because of work she didn't go. So she felt that she would have been the one to be the victim if that was the case, because he was giving her direction to really come to meet her at that same location whereby he was actually caught with the head of Salome. But this is what I find interesting about this whole situation. When I was going through his TikTok account, he seemed to be more like quote and unquote a motivational speaker. Even does a bit of boxing as well. I would say he doesn't appear like someone that we are seeing right now. I couldn't even compare, like, this person is the one I'm seeing in the video and the same person is the person I'm seeing now. Like, that is serious. But I had to just look at the shirt and be like, okay, it's the same person, with the bongo trousers. So I was like, hey, but I was like, where does he even have that energy the way he is for him to literally do the butchering and barbecuing himself? Because even the sister was saying that her hand was divided into 5 places, and like the uncle was saying, the things they found actually at his place looks like this person is a professional and has done this before. Would he have done that alone? That is where now the investigation becomes more interesting, because this is what I'm thinking of right here. If he is saying that the girl is his girlfriend and they have been dating for over a year, the sister says that they don't know this person or have ever seen him before. That is quite interesting. So indeed, the story that she was actually a victim of a one chance would be plausible. Why do I say so? Because if she was leaving home, going to a known location that they know the person to be quote and unquote Maxwell, at least the family know Maxwell, as the sister mentioned, would Maxwell be someone that is involved in this? I think that's a job for the police to do. But if she was actually caught up in a one-chance situation, it's not possible that he might have acted alone, because like, how one chance happens. You don't just enter a car and then it's one person that is there. Normally you enter and then some other people join as if they are passengers, and then they will just wole you somewhere. So maybe that might have been the situation. But again as well here, this happened at what time? Now let's look at some messages on Facebook by people who are more in close proximity to the subject of the case. Remember, you were not there, I was not there. The best we can do is analyze the situation and try to really understand what went on. So let's listen. So here's a story. Ali Stevens says she left home about 11 a.m. yesterday to see her friend at Karu. That was how she entered wrong keke. I even spoke with the elder sister 2 p.m. later, and later by 6 p.m. in the evening, she called me that Salome is dead. It was even the bike man who carry her murderer that raised alarm that he don't understand what the man carry, that the blood is dripping like this. Open the bag, it was her head. Okay, then another person says here on Facebook, she's my friend's younger sister and she's not his girlfriend. He abducted her and killed her in the most gruesome way possible. I am presently at her house and it's nothing any family member should experience. She's not a spoiled child. She keeps to herself and hardly steps out unless it's necessary. I have a lot to say, but strength eludes me. Then Ali Stevens said as well here, Salome Adaidu is not his girlfriend though. The guy is lying, and please, she enter wrong keke. Salome Adaidu is like a sister to me. So if indeed she entered wrong keke, nothing shows that this motivational speaker you see here is someone that drives keke. Just think about it, because online as well, he has a different persona. But in the end of this as well here, so just to give you a background of what I'm saying, listen to him.
No village people can stop you. I see a lot of you praying, going to church, praying. Village people, village people, village. There's no village people anywhere doing you. Nobody is that powerful to stop you. There's only one power on earth, in heaven and on earth, that can stop you. And that power is you. Aside you, nobody is powerful. Nobody is potent enough
Talking
to
like
stop
this.
you. So make sure
Now,
you
does this look like someone that is a gospel singer? I'm even asking myself. You see, that's one thing as well with Facebook. I went on Facebook, I saw a human being, white and white, saying that this girl that he's dancing with now is a person that has been beheaded. Why? Now, one thing I think the police as well should be doing with respect to their investigation to really find out the root cause of what actually happened would be for them to check on those that they can see on his TikTok handle and really look at his circle of friends. That is something really important. That's number one. Number two is that if he's claiming that he has been dating this girl for 1 year, it's very easy. Look at his cell phone, look at her cell phone, and see if they have had any conversation as well prior to that. Is he even saved on her cell phone? I'm just looking at the angle for which the police will be doing their investigation if they really want to look at it, because now there's a lot of controversy going on with respect to saying that the Abuja police command that are shifting the case to Nasarawa, and the police are not saying anything, and the sister is complaining that it's as if the way this thing is going is as if it's like no one is telling her anything. And I understand as well there will be a lot of pressure on the police and all of that, but what I want to rule out in this conversation is that I wouldn't think that this girl would leave her house intentionally going to go and meet this boy, according to what my mind is telling me. I think that the narrative might actually be that she was abducted, but how that happened in such a swift time is something I find quite interesting, because according to the boy's story, he said, at least when he was interviewed, that it's not something that he planned, it just happened. But again, it's not really plausible since the family does not even know him and he has been dating her for over a year. And why do I say this? Look at his Instagram. If you look at his TikTok handle, this girl does not exist in any of the pictures he posts. Even the person he's dancing with that you might think is his girlfriend. In fact, even that girl now, if she's still alive, she don't run. She don't run. Anybody will be in friends, so go don't block am tete. Again, what should you learn from this? We are going to be looking at lessons as well to learn from this story, because my reason for talking about trends is to see what can we learn, at least for those of us who are still living, to us to live better. Are you getting the point now? Now let's look at the videos, because I'm going to be reacting to that also. And now let's listen to the videos that came out of him being interviewed. Now before we go on, this is not me spiting the police, but I saw VDM's post where he was talking about that the police was trying to make a claim that he's the one that stopped them or this and this. No, according to the real story, okay, he was on a bike with the head. It's the bike man that noticed that blood was dripping and raised an alarm that there's something fishy about this. People called out as well, and then people came out, and then they started beating him before the police, because the police themselves even confirmed that there was a mob on him before they came and then step into the situation. Okay, now there's also another story from Sahara Reporters that probably it happened around a church. Okay, because according to Sahara Reporters, they saw someone that was holding a bag and the bag was fishy, and then the person that saw him with the bag raised an alarm, and then those who were inside the church came outside and then started beating him, interrogating him till they found what was in there. So this is a picture I'm trying to paint. The cyclist, Okada man that was driving him, stopped in front of a church and then probably at that point raised an alarm, and then someone that was in front of a church who was not outside, you understand? Someone that was in front of a church who was not inside the church raised an alarm as well, called people. Those who were now in church came outside and started beating him before the police now came and then, opened the whole thing, and the videos were now circulating. That's the picture I'm trying to paint, looking at all of what is being reported here and there. Now let's look at what channels had to say, and then we see where it takes us to. At least you can recognize the shirt he's wearing. The same, of course, he wears in his videos. But he was really beaten up. Like, man, what is he thinking?
She's a female friend, my girlfriend.
How long are you guys dating?
A year.
Oh, yeah. How come none of the family members know that you guys were dating?
Because it's actually complicated. It's complicated.
So tell us about the complication.
We don't get to see each other all the time.
So that means if they were dating and they don't get to see each other all the time, that means they must have had a form of communication. Do you understand? So the police can really look at that particular aspect and see what is their, do they have any digital proof footprint amongst each other? Probably she has an Instagram and then he has an Instagram. They like each other's posts, all of those things. That would be quite easy to go in. Let's go on.
We're always coming around. Like for example, we have a lot of people around. We come around most of those times. So that's how it is.
So when he said they have a lot of people around and they meet probably in a public kind of place or something, he should have people that know her. If he doesn't have any friend that knows her, wahala. But now Salome is not alive. Now we have read a message from a friend who says that she's not his girlfriend though, because girls now they always tell on girls who be on a guy. As in, at least guy will be say the guy what am when I go tell him. When I go tell on a friend say, hey. I'm not talking about the ones that you don't tell, because there are some that maybe it would just be. I'm not looking at Salome in this particular case, but I'm saying a normal lady's attitude, their friends would know who their guy is. You get the point, you know? So that's what I'm saying right here. So with what he's saying now, he's even implicating himself more. There should be people that know him, that know that he knows his girl personally. Except all of them, you don't go. What you law?
Did you kill Salome?
Yes.
Why did you kill her?
Why did I kill her? Because
even the girl that is asking question, if you they look you like say if you want this one, if you want cut them, where you go start for leg, I've been for suppose they fear madam. You see they hold that mic, so but you're covered. He's too weak. I'm just saying, forgive me, okay? Hey, dark humor, I don't know if some people can take it.
if you don't have each other all the time,
So the reason why is because you don't have each other all the time. That's okay, let's go on.
you don't have each other all the time.
Is that a reason to kill?
Why did you kill Salome?
That's what I'm saying. We don't have each other all the time.
Simi, call this guy for me. You are here now. Simi, you talked that time. Why you did you like this? Tell us.
Sometimes it's not because we don't really have each other all the time. Our
Simi, start from where you told me you invited Salome.
I invited Salome
Okay.
to come around once in a while,
Okay.
and we get to be most of the time.
What did he say? Did he say Salome? Now, one thing I know for sure is that when he was being asked in the video that he was actually more on the field and he was asked, I don't know if you guys have seen the video, he literally mentioned her name. Not her name per se, but she mentioned her surname, Ajayi. I don't know if he's making, because for you to know somebody's surname, say some of ourselves, you fit the date person, you don't even know his surname. It happened. But I was like, for him to know her surname, that's something strange. Do you understand? You get what I mean? But for him as well to be saying, okay, maybe Salome, she said, maybe it's just a mistake, slip of tongue. But let's go on. Maybe I'm analyzing too much. Let's go on.
Time we've had a lot of things going on.
All right. On that day when she came to your house, when you invited
Narrate
her,
what happened on the day that you killed her.
She came to my house and we're actually vibing. We're not actually vibing well. But based on one or two things,
what is the one or two things?
we started getting close to each other, and I saw that my vibe and her vibe came together. So that was how we came to be together.
And that's how you killed her. Just tell us how you carried out.
The way you answer this question, I don't understand. Which one be say you were not vibing together, and now she came to your place, you were not vibing together, and that's how we came close to each other. And that's how we came to be together. As in, I don't understand. Is it that's how you came to be together for the first time in over 1 year you have been dating online? If that's what you are trying to say, or like this interview was like he was talking from up, right, left, center.
How long you planned to carry out the attack and how you executed it?
It's not something I really planned on. Something that it happened on that day, and it happened. Not like I had a plan in mind.
Simi.
But for him to say you don't have a plan in mind, with the knife that he has, it's not like normal. That knife that I saw, it's not like normal kitchen knife. Oh. That knife is as if they specially designed the handle of the small one. The big one is like a machete. But that other one is like, it's not like normal knife you used to cut onions. So you understand? But let's see.
You told me that
When
she came, you caught her doing something. You caught her sex chatting with another man. That was why you killed her. So tell them, what is it? What has she done to you to deserve this? Tell them.
She was always cheating. She hid most of the things from me most times.
How did you get to know?
Because I saw her phone.
How? When did you get to know?
I saw her phone, like I said.
What did you see in the phone that made you very angry?
Most of the chat with the other guys.
Okay, so she said most of the chat with the other guys. Now look at this as well this way. If the family or the sister is saying she went to go and see someone called a Maxwell, it's possible that on you looking at the phone first instance, you are going to see that she's actually talking to a guy. Maybe this Maxwell is a friend, probably Udidi friend. So if this is a calculated response, it would make sense that there is someone on the phone that she is on a hello, how are you? Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. You understand? But the thing is that they should be able to find something that links him to her ab initio, because you have been dating for 1 year. 1 year is not one day. So that's what I'm looking at right now. If this is a calculated response.
That's what I saw on the phone.
So that was when you decided to kill her?
Yes.
But him saying other guys is what I just find interesting. Other guys. You know? Let's go on.
Do you have any regrets?
I don't have any regret.
Now, this point as well really shocked me. Like, no regret, no remorse. Except he's just signed his faith, or he's like, okay, whatever happens, happens.
Okay, you don't regret killing her.
I don't.
Why?
Because life is reciprocal. That's what I thought. Life is reciprocal. And if you must be with someone, you have to be reciprocal with that person. You have to understand what that person is going through, so that you can actually put yourself in the position that kind of person is going through. So that was why I didn't have any regret.
You know, last time I checked, respect is reciprocal. If you say life is reciprocal. So you expect the other person to understand what you are going through. So since you are dating, hypothetically, she's supposed to understand that life is reciprocal according to you. That means whatever you do, because when we say respect is reciprocal, you know, you respect others, you get respect, that kind of thing. So what you have done, the reason why I don't regret it is because you reciprocated what she was doing. So if you say she's cheated on you, how does she cheating on you equate to you killing her? Now, not just killing her, but you also butchered her to really show your reciprocation of the fact that she cheated. Make it make sense. Because the tautology self, even me that is trying to understand. Because one thing with listening is that you listen to understand, not listen to criticize. If you now understand and you see that you are not understanding, then you can criticize, because this one I cannot understand, and that's why this is not making sense. But if it makes sense to you, some of you are way more intelligent than me. How can this be a ground for you to really buy someone? Not just buy the person, but you take time to do barbecue. Doesn't make sense. But let's go on.
Because we were actually compatible.
Hey!
So that was why.
Because you were compatible, and that was why you don't regret. How do you you are two of you are compatible, you think you are so if you say you are compatible, why would the person be cheating on you if you are compatible and you know? So is the hurt of you feeling that you are compatible, that is why you do not regret why you killed her? Is that what it means? That means you are willing to go to probably get the same reciprocation, that you also die because she's gone, so you meet each other elsewhere. Now, if it's found out that in the end, like what I am thinking, that he doesn't know this girl and just apparently abducted her, according to what the story says, which I lean towards that. If that happens to be the case, then all of this is just jamboree. Akokowa.
So, Mr. Timi, please narrate how it happened, what you saw that made you kill, and how you did it. What happened on that day?
What happened on that day was very simple. I caught her cheating on me, and so I brought it to her awareness that she was cheating. She refused. She didn't want to accept until I showed her the chat and showed her what she did, what she admitted, and told me she was sorry. It's never gonna happen again. That was what happened.
So afterwards, you now asked her to go into the bathroom. What happened?
After that, I told her to go into the bathroom. She went to the bathroom and started some things. Immediately started those things. I couldn't take it lightly. I had to go into the room of where I can get some certain things that will happen. So I took the knife from the restroom and went into her. Later she was lying her hand down. I hold her neck and I did what I had to do, and that was it.
Imagine it just like she go to the bathroom, you hold her hand down, and we will look at the video in AIT. Just think about it. You now, if I even carry knife to you like this for hand, ewo. Oburuziono mmadụ ka ị ga-ewere mma jee di ya. She just lie down and you cut her. Mbanu now. How are you? Can you even imagine the things you're saying? Just so you know, when he was caught, he claimed that she tried to stab him, and in self-defense, he stabbed her during an altercation. Think about it. Person wey cheats on you, you catch him. Na him too won't stab you. On top say you catch him. Make it make sense. The guy is lying. There's something fishy about his story. Now, I know we have seen a story before that was trending recently, last year, where a guy actually chop. I don't know whose body he chopped. Was it yeah, you saw this story as well. It's possible that, okay, probably alone it can happen. One person can take this kind of thing out, but just like that, this is quite interesting. This is not the first time we have seen this kind of case whereby someone dismembers someone's body in his house. It's not the first time, but this one, the way he's telling the story, except maybe go to the bathroom, you just waka enter bathroom. Oh yeah, bend your head, you just carry knife and start cutting. No struggle, no this, nah.
When she died, what happened?
When she died, nothing really happened.
You went and took the cutlass, then what?
I only took some parts of the knife, and that was it.
I only took some part of the knife. You took some part. Nah, the English is not English, you know. Either he's tired and he doesn't know what he's saying anymore because of what he's been through, the beating and all that, or he's just pretending.
That was what happened.
So how were you caught?
I wasn't caught. I surrendered myself.
It's not true.
How? You were caught trying to dispose.
I surrendered myself. If I didn't want anybody to catch me, I would have done that. It's very simple.
You see, at this point as well, he sounds very raw. But the thing is that he was actually caught. Because if you wanted to surrender yourself, now where would you surrender yourself possibly? You take yourself to the police. Not even that as well. At the point, if it was the story was that you stab her, she die, okay. How would you be surrendering yourself when you are carrying somebody's head? So you want to surrender yourself, you carry somebody's head and go to, let's assume he was going to police station. You carry somebody's head and say, okay, you come and knock. DPO, I came to surrender myself. I killed this girl, I cut her head. And they will follow you to your house and see that you have barbecued the person's body, cut it in different parts like that, sharing issue or doing meat sharing in my village for first son, second son, no more. Like seriously. So what he's saying here, of course, is not true, but you could see that, I can see a different person here coming out to say, oh, the way he sounds here, like there's strength right now as he speaks.
It's not true.
It's simple, to be honest.
Simi said he surrendered himself.
Are you ready to face the wrath of the law?
It's not a big thing to pay. It's not a big thing to pay.
It's not a big thing to pay. So tell us, where are you from?
I'm from Kogi State.
How old are you?
I'll be 30 this year.
You told us 31.
I'll be
Initially
30
you
this
said
year.
32. You now said 31.
I'll be 30 this year, this October.
And you say you have no regrets?
I have no regret.
Simi, what do you do for a living?
I'm a cryptocurrency agency.
Oh, see. Hi, George. You see, this is why, sincerely speaking, this is why I don't know how to put a strict face like true crime. That's why I don't talk about dead situation. I would George, you're laughing. Somebody, you see, I don't. Tears is coming from my eyes. You are a cryptocurrency agency. You are not even agent. You are an entire agency, a whole agency. Naim Butcher, were you trying to share our Salome to the all members of the agency? My God. Let's listen, please. Let's continue
This
listening.
is my sister, my younger sister, and I feel very bad because I didn't just lose a person. We didn't just lose a person in my home. We lost a sister. My mom lost a daughter. So I feel really bad about the whole situation. And I demand and need justice to be served to this guy sitting over there because he is the person that murdered my sister. And he confirmed it to me when we picked him up from the police station before we brought him to this command here. He confirmed. I was like, you are the person, because I'm just seeing him for the first time, apart from the social media pictures that have been flying. I was like, you are the one that murdered my sister. He nodded and said, yes. I was like, you will tell us where we are going to, why you murdered my sister. He now nodded that, yes, he will. So I just need to know why he murdered my sister, and I need justice to just be served. That is all that I need, because any other thing that will happen will not bring my sister back to life. That
True.
I have come to terms with.
True.
But I just need the law to just take its full course on this guy. That is all that I need. That's all. That's the least my family deserve at this point now. I have never seen him before until his pictures were shown to me on social media. And it was on Sunday that was the first time I ever saw his picture, ever in my entire life. Sunday was the first time I saw him. And he said he claimed, because the video I first saw on social media, he claimed that he has been dating my sister for the past 1 year. And you'll be dating somebody's daughter for 1 year and nobody in the home will even hear your name or know you. That's absurd. Like,
Absurd.
I cannot even fathom it at all.
Not
because
plausible.
it doesn't happen in my family. It can happen any other place, any other family, but in my family, that doesn't happen, because there is a certain way we were brought up. Even just friends, not even sexual relationship or intimate relationship, just friends. Everybody has to know your friends, so that as you are going out, we will know where you are going to and when you are coming back, and who to hold responsible if anything happens to you. But this so-called Timi guy, we don't know him. We've never seen him until we were called up to tell us that this guy murdered and dismembered our sister. Salome is she's 24 already. Today is 14 or 15th. So she's 24 years, 1 month and 5 days. She was born 1999, December 10th. And she's a graduate. She's a youth corps member and she's serving in Nikon Insurance. She's supposed to be done with her service like in the next few months, and this unfortunate incident just happened.
Yes, the position of the family is
This is where I find more interesting, because the uncle, I know AIT said he's a father, but the uncle going to the home, how he gets to describe the situation, and you see the knife as well. It's what gives a full picture of what really happened. There's something more to this.
we discovered this through the Nigerian police, and we are expecting justice from the police. He has succeeded in destroying our daughter. Not ordinary killing, he butchered her into pieces. He cut that body into more than 50 pieces. And when you look at the whole thing, he's preparing that body for consumption, because he cut all these things and leave them in about 6 polythene bags. That is to say, if you look at where
To take your time to be cutting, it's a reciprocal. Life is a reciprocal. To take your time to be cutting somebody like that, and you say you are going to go and surrender, make it add up. You surrender when you know that, hey, I did something mistakenly, okay. For them not, because for someone that is cutting like that, either for chopping or for disposing, how are you surrendering? Make it make sense. Anyway, it came on social media. Somebody is angry now that I'm talking about this, but now you still the watch this video. I beg. When it comes to trends, I talk about them if I have a time to, but it doesn't add up, and you know it doesn't add up. So his circle of friends as well would have to be, see. But we'll get to the lessons, of course. I think we should draw out from this particular
people
conversation.
contributed money to buy cow during festive period, and those time that the Fulanis will come to share the cow among the people that contributed for it. That is exactly what he did in his room. And when we went to his room, we discovered that this is not the first thing he's doing. This is the first time he's doing this thing. He's a professional in this. He has a place. He has a place in his room. All those kind of knife, he has them there.
So I'm looking at the knife. This knife is not like This knife is not like a knife we used to cut. Even the one I used to cut pepper and onions. Yeah, it's not like that. This knife is construction, because there's a kind of knife you will hold like this. Even with the head, it will start to, and it's not like the big knife that you can use to cut. The machete is for if you want to want to cut the bones of an animal. But that small knife is it's construction knife. And the way, if you look at the handle of the knife, it's as if it was black before, but you don't hold them plenty times. But to use the same knife to, I hope he doesn't use this knife to cut onions and see use it to cut somebody and see use it to cut food I eat.
He used to cut and arrange. Yeah, there is a big basin there that he cuts and put inside. And in short, there are a lot of evidence that this is not even the first person he has destroyed there. And in this area there, he is known to be a fraudster. He has deceived many churches to collect their money and run away.
Those who are members of that church, una go even believe I'm saying I him do this kind of thing. We don't know people too well though. As they see me now, some of you are seeing me for the first time in your life on social media. You go down, they think now, as I wear this uniform now, those who don't know me for over 3-4 years now, they go know how far. You where they just meet me today, calm down. See, for social media, we know they know person finish. Social media is, you are shown what we show you what we want to see. As it is, so now they watch me. This place where they know see as you fine. Make I turn camera, make you face behind there. You go say, hey Joe. Social media is presentation. We put out the best part of us, what we want people to see, what we want. But when the camera is up, who are you? That is reality. No, they follow social media like say that is someone's reality. It's only a highlight of the reality we want people to see. Man, know thyself. Most importantly, know your God. All they are very important. Let's continue with what Daddy had to say.
Well, I'm a gospel musician, but on the network, I discover he's a fraudster. He has duped many people, committed a lot of crime before he landed himself in this business that he's doing now. I am suspecting him to be a human part trafficker. Because the way he prepared those bodies is not meant for any other thing. It's meant for consumption. He cleaned it up for consumption. And also, I want to commend the effort of the DPO of New Karishi Division. He did tremendously. I was shocked at his effort in this thing. He started this work without anybody of the family being there to fuel him.
You know, the police, I love you people a lot, okay? If you have followed me for a long time, there are 3 cardinal points of my conversations on social media. Please listen, okay? This is my first video on this channel this year, if you are at this point. 1, pastors. 2, police. 3, politicians. If you are talking about the police with respect to their core responsibility and what they are supposed to do, if you are thanking the police for mobilizing them, what is taxpayers' money doing with respect to their own remuneration or what they are being paid? Or please probably help me understand better, because where I am as well, the police do their job. Except you have a fine to pay, then you pay. But when it comes to doing their job when they are supposed to do, you don't have to mobilize them. They are paid well. In fact, it's even a prestigious thing for you to be working with the police, unlike probably where I come from, which is what I'm talking about here. So yes, of course, I know it's surprising to him, but it's just to tell you that he sees that to be quite interesting that the police is acting in that way without being mobilized. That's something good to say, and I would say well done. But you know that normally, sometimes you have to be the one to mobilize them and all that. Personal story, some of you have, I think I've shared this story once before. My own biological mother was kidnapped. She spent almost a week or 2 with the kidnappers. We paid ransom, of course, for her to be released. But if I tell you what happened, my God, because some of you, Nigeria has not happened to you. When it happens to you, you will know how far. Anyway, let's conclude this part.
Pay for paper for case. All this, it didn't look for me for anything. When the call comes that I lost, that my daughter had an accident and he was in OK General Hospital. I came to OK General Hospital and discovered that it was not an accident. It was a case of murder. And when I look at his efforts to get the situation controlled, I say yes, he tried. I commended him to the area commander of New Karo in Nasarawa State yesterday, his efforts. And also I'm here to even let the nation know that the DPO has proof that police were not what they are saying about them.
Amen, amen. That is wonderful. Now, I would have gone ahead as well to look at what he said. That do you have a time for us to look at that? Because I'm just looking at the news from different aspects as well. What he said at AIT. I think it's a short video. Let's look at it together.
He did it. AIT News spoke with the suspect, who explained that he dismembered her with a knife and cutlass because he wanted to end their one-year relationship.
So you see, because he wanted to end the one-year relationship, and the reason he gave in channels was because life is reciprocal. The English is not Englishing.
That day, I invited her to come to my house. So she came. She was asking me for transport. I thought I didn't have. She now came.
This is what I find more interesting. She was asking you for transport to go back, and you say you don't have, but you invited her to come. And the whole thing, the funny thing is that you are all in the same state. It's not as if she paid her way. Let's assume like what he's saying is true, because I don't believe what he's saying is true. Personally speaking, okay. It might be, I don't know, but from what I'm saying, it doesn't get to add up. And you cannot give her 3K to go back. And so what happened? She decided to stay.
So when she came, she was asking me for 3,000. I told her, me too, I don't have 3,000. I'm only managing myself. She said, no.
A whole cryptocurrency agency. A whole agency, no get 3,000. But on social media, even me as I did so now, no be like say I get to. I no get like that. True. Do I look like I'm not even packaging on social? Hey. No, they follow social media. But let's go on.
Well, I said she will stay like that. She can't stay. I can't go buy no. She can't stay. As she stay, that's how the whole thing starts. She can't say she's hungry. I can't tell her and say, make she relax. Food they come. She can't say, no wahala. Say she go wait, the food come. And she can't wait. She can't wait.
He's creating the story.
Her body temperature can't rise.
Body temperature, they rise. Madam that is watching, why does body temperature rise? Fever, heat, or heat in Kenketa? But how does that get to correlate with I'm hungry and marrying Indomie?
Because she's hungry, they marry her. I can't go marry Indomie for her. She can't carry noodles come. How I want to prepare them? She was asking. I told her, it's the way I want to prepare it. She can't say no wahala. Make her just make sure so I cook and say she nice. I can't cook and she can't nice. She can't nice the thing.
This guy, is he tired, or is he not tired or tired? I never hear this kind of pidgin before. As I speak pidgin, I never hear this one. Say you marry her, and then the Indomie con nice, she nice.
Can't go. Her food can't ready. I can't serve her the food. That was how the whole thing started.
The 32-year-old Timileyin Ajayi, currently in police.
So when he was talking about that they were vibing, and later they came and close together and the vibing. So the vibing was Indomie vibing. They were vibing over Indomie, because this is what he said. That is how he started here. Then the other video in channels, he was saying that it was them vibing and they come close together and they're vibing. That's how he started. So the Indomie was the vibing inside.
His detention looked unperturbed as we spoke to him.
Let me see who you're chatting with. She can't give me. How was how the whole thing started? I cut her neck.
You carry her go here before you cut her neck.
Inside her room, now I cut her neck.
Okay.
Cut her neck. That was it.
How she can't take enter your bathroom?
I told her to enter my bathroom.
Okay.
She now entered. That was how the whole thing started.
As she enter your bathroom, wait till you come.
I said, make she like now. Put her leg for her hand for that Ocean business. She can't lie down there. Her neck, I can't carry the neck. Can't cut her. She was not dragging.
What you come?
I went on cutting her neck.
Okay.
That was it.
We still have the father of.
Okay, so now he talks about she was dragging. At first he said that killed her in the room. So at least bathroom is part of the room, and they asked him what is she doing in the bathroom. She said he told her to enter the bathroom, put her hand. I can't even imagine anything, because anyway, I don't think this story it adds up in any way. But however, if she was picked up by one chance in Keke daytime, she left the home at 11 a.m. How would she be found? How would she find herself in his place and nobody in that particular vicinity saw when she entered or how she was caught in? That is where I was thinking. So if she entered one chance, how? That's why if it's a one chance thing, how would she be at at his place if she was going to see Maxwell as reported by Sahara reporters. However she got into that particular situation, or where she is or where she was with him, must have been a normal situation whereby probably she just walked into the place. But either ways, if this actually happened in such a way that it was a one chance thing in daytime, now I know one chance also happens in daytime. Of course, you can be taken to an location that you don't know, or sometimes you might be drugged or made to sleep or something. Then that environment where he's living, maybe someone must have seen something. So the investigation would go deep looking at that, because if it's a one chance thing, now you go to drive keke, if you do one chance parole. If not one chance thing, the accomplice day, sure you get.
Because of the nature of the body, I cannot keep that body till the following day.
Okay.
I have to look for a land in Ukeje, pay people to open ground to dig a grave for me. I was supposed to buy a place for burial, but a pastor in UK decided to give me a place free, and we have to bury those pieces over the night.
Has been buried. Now, what are some takeaways we can take from this whole conversation? Number one, the times you are now in Nigeria is very, very trying. If you're a lady, even if you're a guy, a brother, and you are going somewhere far away from home, let someone in the family or let someone close to you know that you are going here. Number one, accountability. Number two, dear sisters, you see that one that was saying that, oh, she wanted to go to karaoke, oh, because she can sing. What if she was already vibing or farming the guy that you saw someone post inside a Telegram group that they are organizing karaoke, and then you say you want to attend and you are the one messaging? Before you go for these are times whereby you have to be careful how you associate with strangers. Except in your group, all of you know each other and trust each other. You don't know people too well. Some people might be in the group as well, just fishing, scouting, before he agreed to meet a stranger, because according to the messages the person posted, he was even offering that you can stay till the next day if you plan. Don't just go to people you don't know too well to go and stay overnight. I don't know what faith you believe in, but I am a Christian. It's important for you to be a very prayerful person and be someone that really knows God for yourself. There are some things that if you want to do, God would create situations that will deter you from doing that, even if you don't know that those things are going to happen. I'm not trying to say Salome was this or that. No, I'm just saying for us to learn, it's good that we hold God dear to our heart, because God would always go before our way to make our crooked way straight. It's really important that you hold your faith dear to yourself. It's really important that you build a personal relationship with God. No one is living this earth alive. Sure, you know, but how you live, of course, matters. But either ways, a personal relationship with God is very, very important. Number three, social media is not reality. If you see me in person, I might be a very nice guy with all the hatred that I have on social media. Hallelujah. Don't be carried away by what people flaunt on social media. It's the highlight of reality. It's what we want you to see. People are not always what they say they are. Now, if this could happen in the daytime, I would have said, if this could happen in daytime, that means even fearing about going out at night to be like, oh, don't go out at night. It's not a matter of night or day. But what is most important in this whole conversation, I would say, is let God be a light unto your feet and a light unto your path. This brother was a Christian, was a gospel singer, or was someone to some extent as well active in the faith. Whatever made him get out of the faith or start becoming something else on the internet, whatever pulled him away from the faith, I just want to tell you, my dear friends, there is joy in being in Christ. These days we hear people teach that for you to be poor means there is sin in your life. That is a lie. Am I saying that he was poor? Come on, he had a place to stay. He was to an extent okay, at least from what he was posting on the internet. But don't let what you see on social media drive you into doing things that shouldn't be because of wealth. Some people are saying that he killed her for ritual. At least one thing we can agree on the fact is that he killed her. Some are saying, like the uncle was saying, that it was like he wanted to eat her or something. The point I'm going to say in this is that if you are in Christ, if you have the consciousness of who God is in your life, do you think you would intentionally want to harm another person that way? That's not what Christianity teaches. Christianity may not give you the wealth like you have been promised by many charlatans. Christianity may not give you the affluence of life. But one thing I know for a fact is that Christianity builds character, the character of Christ in you and in me. In him we live, in him we move, in him we have our being. Come what may, Jesus remains Lord. Think about these things I've said, and may God always watch over us. We can never tell. As we put God first in our life, in everything we do, may we step out there and be safe under his watch. Amen. See you in my next video.